A lot of people comment businesses that are very feasible, businesses that can indeed multiply their income and give them amazing profits. Money you want to multiply must be invested. It's when you invest money that it multiplies. Savers are losers, according to Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, because when you are saving, your money is stagnant and it depreciates and devalues with time because inflation and other things, helps the money to lose its value. Now, there are things you should take into consideration if you want to commence a business and you want that business to survive, to expand, to multiply. You could start with a business or with an idea to commence with, and it moves to a business and later on to many businesses. But before you get that far, there are things you need to take into consideration if you want your business to prosper. Before I proceed with these impactful videos, do well to hit the red subscription button, please. Thumbs up this video, like, share, and also comment. And let me know in the comment section subsequent videos you want to see from my end, and I'll be ready to deliver to you ASAP. Now, there are basic things you need to take into consideration before you commence any business that you want to prosper, because there are businesses that from when you kickstart, it is evident that that business is not going to go anywhere. They are like a baby that is born prematurely. Just the prognosis of the baby is an indication that they are not going to make it. Same with businesses. You can look into your business and ascertain if this business is going to survive and the period within which that business is going to survive. And you watching me right now, do you really want to invest your money in a business you know is not going to make it? It is not worth it, right? Business is offering goods and services to a target group of people that pay you when they have or they receive value from the product or the service you're offering to them. So right now, there are things you must consider. But today I'll settle down for two because I don't want this video to be too lengthy. And the first thing you should consider before commencing a business that is bound to succeed, is bound to multiply, is bound to exist, is bound to survive and thrive, especially in a very competitive market, is competition. You need to be very cautious where you go to set up your business. You need to look around and see the possible competitors you have in that vicinity. For example, you want to start up a restaurant, right? Food business is a very good and lucrative business, and it's a business that can never be aborted because you are attending to the primary need of every human. Every human eats. So if you're selling food, you're selling water, your business is bound to survive, your business is bound to thrive, your business is bound to excel and expand. But now there are also things you should take into consideration. Competition is one major aspect you should ponder and look into very well. You cannot go to an environment where you want to set up a restaurant, right? And you already have 5 restaurants running and the population of that place is not so dense, and you want to set up your own restaurant as a seed restaurant in that vicinity, there will be so much competition. Besides, yours is going to be the seed. The population is not much such that they can be distributed throughout or can be distributed between 6 of you. Also, you're coming later. The others have planted themselves there. They already have the market. They already know the people, and it's easy for them to sell. Now you is coming later for you to get that population that will start frequenting, that will start coming, coming to your own business and all of that is going to be a little bit challenging. So you need to know the competitors in the sector. That's why feasibility studies are very important if you want to plant your business anyway. Do your studies very well. Doing your studies doesn't mean that you should go and be finding out all the challenges you face and how it's going to be impossible for you to comment. No, just find out the number of businesses or people that offer the same services or products in that vicinity so that you know what you're coming in with. You could still do a restaurant where there are many restaurants, then maybe you're going to put in some specialized services that the others don't have. So you need to be technical and you need to be smart in your approach. Now, the next thing that I'll talk about um, that you need to look into is complementary businesses. There are some businesses that you put in an environment where other businesses that are already existing are going to serve as they are going to complement your own business. For example, I want to sell zinc and I have already somebody beside me or an already existing business that the owner sells building materials, but they don't sell zinc, roofing zinc, right? And I come and start selling zinc. It's easy for somebody to just buy their cement, buy their rod, and come over to me to buy zinc. It makes it easy, isn't it? Now, there's another example I have here. I want to sell kitchen utensils, pots, plates, all those things are very good. Now, why do I say complementary businesses are also good? Because when you have that kind of business that there is another one beside you or around that vicinity that you two of you can form a duo. I'm not saying that people are going to be friends, you are just going to come together to become very close and all of that. No, but in your mind you already know that somebody buying from here, the next thing they are going to need is your own product or your own service. For example, somebody, as I said, is selling building materials and you come along with zinc, you're going to sell very well. You can be selling kitchen utensils where somebody is already having a restaurant, or you go to a dense environment where there are many restaurants and you plant a shop that sells kitchen utensils. You're definitely going to make it because definitely they might need plates, they might need spoons, they will need buckets, they will need a lot of things, they will need pots to cook. They may have all those things, but as their businesses as well grow, they might need different sizes of plates. They need, they need to advance, they need to upgrade and all of that. And your business is going to come now as a secure for them. So there will be this synergy between you and those other businesses. Also, you want to start a health facility. It's very good that you start in a place where there is already a restaurant because most of your clients will need to eat before they take their drugs. They will need to eat before they get injected. So, these two businesses, a restaurant and a health facility, are two complementary businesses that can go together. A restaurant and a grocery shop, they are two businesses that can go together. That's why we say they complement one another. So you need to be smart. Don't go to plant your business, especially when you don't have sufficient capital, in a place where there are already people who have had the same kind of business and they are buoyant financially, and you don't have. What are you bringing to the table that is different? You need to ask yourself that question. Sorry about the noise, guys. So do well to do your research very well before you start up your business, because you don't want to go, especially due to the fact that some people borrow money before they commence their businesses, and it's going to be very devastating to find out or to get to that point whereby you are unable to pay a loan and you don't have anywhere else where you can have that money. You know how funny that would be, because they'll be chasing you here and there. There are some people who have even had that case. They had, it was so serious that they had to leave town because they were unable to meet up with their deadlines and all of that. So please be very smart when you're starting up your business. Don't go to a congested environment. Go to a place that you monopolize. Monopoly, the game of monopoly is the key to making it. You could start from that place where you are the only person. You pick up steam, and now you have had the experience, you have had the money, you have had the human resource, the personnel, you have trained them, all of that. You hit now the larger or the denser places because you already have the know-how. Thank you so much for watching, and stay glued to this YouTube channel.